I mean, I almost did the people's elbow on Carlton at one point when we were kids.
I try to grow my sideburns just like The Rock.
Yeah. No, nothing.
And then not only that, The Rock has the same medical condition as my wife. So if anybody can make jokes, it should be The Rock.
It should be The Rock. It should be The Rock. Nobody else.
Like, babe, you and The Rock got the same medical condition.
I mean, if you think about it, babe, if you raise that one eyebrow just a little bit, you and The Rock almost look like twins. And and I'm not even trying to make fun of you. You should take that as a compliment because he's a handsome guy. That's the MCU.
All right, what about the Tobey Maguire universe?
Fuck, I'm still trying to process this second universe right now. I don't know. Oh, dude. Okay. The Tobey Maguire universe, as Will Smith tries, it's same shit happens. Chris Rock is hosting as Will Smith is approaching Chris Rock. Chris Rock has his arms and he fucking slaps Will Smith instead. I'd be like, what the fuck was that for? Man.
Like, hey, Richard.
Motherfucker, you about to come at me, bro? Dude, I'm Chris Rock, bitch. And then you'll have like different shirts called I'm Chris Rock, bitch.
Chris Rock, bitch.
Let's say if Chris Rock, okay, different alternate timeline. What if Will Smith smacks Chris Rock? Chris Rock retaliates, smacks him back, or punches him in the face. What do you think would happen?
It would turn into the Source Awards from the 1990s.
Yeah, right. And they would both be at fault, right? They would both be at fault.
Yeah, then
like Chris Rock doesn't.
Sam Jackson be like, oh shit.
Because right now in our timeline, and with what's going on like right now, Chris Rock becomes a hero. Chris Rock becomes the victim. Chris Rock is this, and Will Smith is like the asshole. Like the Smith family is just like trashed. Talk by everyone.
I mean, it's kind of split 50-50 though, because you have a lot of people who are on Team Will Smith who thinks that like somehow Chris Rock was being racist because he made a joke about a black woman.
Yeah, that was so racist, bro. That was so racist, bro. Yeah. And remember, Chris Rock is darker, so hella racist. Yeah, he's so racist. And Jada Pinkett Smith is a lighter skinned sister, so hella racist.
He's so racist.
Hella racist, bro. Come on.
Chris Rock. Even though Chris Rock used to be married to a black woman, but man, he's just so racist.
Maybe like
Chris Rock's kids are black too, but man, he's just so racist.
Yeah, but it'd be like, I think Chris Rock just hangs out with white people. Yeah. He's so racist.
Chris Rock secretly hates his own kids because they're black.
Yeah, he's so racist.
He's like Bertie Mac and Don't Be a Menace. Like, I hate your black skin.
Oh yeah.
I hate black pepper. I hate the black keys on a piano.
I hate black keys on piano.
I can't stand black ass Wesley Snipes.
Because he's black as fuck.
I hate myself because I'm black.
Because of my skin.
I can't stand my gums because they black.
Oh my gosh, dude. No, you can't get any blacker than Wesley Snipes. I mean, bro, like, homeboy is darkness. Darkness, right? Hey, bro, dude. You still one of my favorite superhero films, Blade, the first one. I think that was like the first that generation. That was kind of like where they were able to establish, hey, we can make superheroes mature by making a mature superhero film. Like, I think that was like one of the first tests to see if they can make a superhero film that's rated R. That's good.
I think Blade and Spawn both came out the same year.
Yeah, but Spawn was bro. Spawn was like,
that movie was corny, and I'm surprised that.
Bro. I think Spawn was PG-13, bro.
Yeah, but it was rated R though. But
I know, but the way it, I don't know. But
that's one movie that I'm surprised that they haven't even tried to reboot yet.
I mean, they've been
That's a
trying.
movie that needs to be rebooted because that movie didn't do Spawn any justice. I thought the cartoon that came out around the same time was better than the actual movie. It was also a lot more darker.
I think they've been trying to do it, and maybe even create their own like Image Comics cinematic universe.
Right now, they're creating an Image Comics like animated universe. They have well, I take it back. I won't say Image animated because you have Invincible, which that season 1 was popular. The Boys, both the animated show is popular, and the first 2 seasons have been very good. Umbrella Academy has been very popular. So I mean, Image Comics is making all they need is just Spawn.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should start with like rebooting Spawn first, and then have the others. But I've noticed that I think because like I don't know if it has something to do with like bankruptcy, and maybe I don't know if like they're going through the same thing that Marvel did in the past, like selling off their characters to different studios. But I noticed that like one of like their team characters, Wildcats, I think it's called Wildcats. They sold some of their characters to both DC and Marvel. So you have some of those characters like from, I don't know if you're familiar with Wildcats, but you have I
remember I remember the cartoon as a kid.
Yeah, but the cartoon was cheesy. The comic books was better, and I really like comic books. I love the illustration. I remember reading some of the books with some of the great artists. I forgot their names, but at the time, like Image had better art. I thought had better like illustrations in both Marvel and DC at one point, because it was just it was so graphic, and it's just the illustration was so well done.
Yeah, but I wonder, does like this Image? I mean, you bring up Wildcats, but like Image, like I said, they're kind of dominated right now as far as like the TV shows, because like I said, Umbrella Academy, The Boys, Invincible. But I wonder, are they like, if they so far The Boys and Umbrella Academy have been like separate universes?
Yeah, they're not like.
I wonder if they made any plans of like having like a connected like Image Comics universe with all these like shows that they have.
I think that would be like a somewhat of a risk, or maybe irrelevant, because like nobody's really that familiar with these characters or that universe. Like DC and Marvel have been like throwing their films out there, franchising their animation for years, for decades already. We've been getting like this battle between DC and Marvel, and for them to like throw in like things out of Image that nobody knows about, like what the fuck, wait, so it's not DC, it's not Marvel, so what is it? It's a different thing.
Well, I mean,
I just want to see.
I think a lot of people. Yeah, I think a lot of people like me and you, like if it wasn't for these shows, we wouldn't know anything about these characters.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, I'm not like, I used to read comic books. I'm like, I don't read like all the comic books, so I don't know everything. I've read like some, and which is a good thing, because it's like good thing for Efren, because now Efren wants to get into reading comic books, maybe even like the digital part of it, at least, because back then it was like all physical for me. But yeah, isn't there like a website, an app for that where you can read digital comic books?
Yeah, there's an app that I use called Comicology, where you could download like comic books. That's why I've been reading all my comic
Comology,
books.
So that's the study of comic books.
Yeah,
or study comics.
It's actually owned by Amazon, so it's like a but yeah, so you can.
Oh, so it's free.
No, I pay like a monthly subscription.
But if it's owned by Amazon,
it's owned by Amazon. Use it for free, but I use a monthly subscription because some comic books, based on the subscription, they allow you to read for free. Others you got to pay for. But yeah, it's I started using it because there's not that many comic book shops around here anymore. So like when I was a kid, there was like a bunch of comic book shops, and I don't see any. So
well, I don't think owning a comic book shop is really money making. I don't think you can make a lot of money owning.
I don't even see Barnes and Nobles anymore. So I don't think do people not
Barnes
read?
Nobles. Barnes and Nobles is gone. Man, I love that place.
Yeah, I used to too as a kid, but I don't see him around.
Bro, every time I go to Barnes and Nobles, I feel like Belle from Beauty and the Beast. You know how Beast was like,
Oh yeah, all the books.
like Belle, I have a gift for you. It's like, what is it? Okay, close your eyes. Don't open it, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
the Barnes and Nobles over here, they closed it down and turned into a Sprouts.
well, I do remember a Barnes and Nobles in my area. In I don't know if you went with me before, in Beverly Center, like going towards Beverly Hills, at the Grove. There's a big Barnes and Nobles there, and I love that place because, like, you can find hardcover comic books chapters on almost anything, and it's really fun. Like, I still like collecting some of those physical stuff because I like illustrations. I like the art. There's so many good stuff there. It's like you feel like Belle from Beauty and the Beast. You're like, oh my gosh, there's so many books and books for me to read. Is this all for me? Yes, yes. If you stay with me, that's my Beauty and the Beast reference right there.
So speaking of books, because you brought this question up to me the other day, because they announced what they're gonna do for Vanya for season 3 of Umbrella Academy. They're gonna turn Vanya into a trans man named Victor. And you asked me like if I was the how does the writer of the comic books feel about it, because they're basically changing his story around because Ellen Page decided to get a sex change. So how do you feel about them making this change by making Vanya Victor?
I mean, you can't. It's big. I mean, you gotta like at some point at the pink elephant in the room, right?
Yeah.
So nobody's gonna like. So might as well just pull out that band-aid, be like, here you go. Answers all you guys' questions. I'm like, oh, okay. So how I feel about it, it's cool. You know what? I don't really care, to be honest with you. To each his own. Everyone makes their choices, whatever. Either you guys either we as a society agree with it or not. It's really none of our business. The way I see it, that person can do whatever they want, even though if it's sometimes questionable, whatever. But as long as it still meets the story guidelines, I mean, how do I reword this? But as long as the story, the storyline is good and the writing makes sense as far as like the changes with certain characters, then that's cool. As if they can pull it off by switching the written part of the character, then I don't mind it. I'm just all about like the quality of the film, story, writing, dialogue. That's all I'm worried about. That's it.
Well, I imagine though the story should be the same. All thing they're doing is they're switching Vanya from a woman to a man. But
I know, but they still have to explain that in the freaking,
in the show, yeah.
Because look, what if
the last time we saw her, she was a woman.
Look, there may be some people out there who don't even watch news, or all they do is like they can watch films. They don't want to watch news. They don't want to watch like stuff. I mean, maybe there's like a very few percentage of people out there who are not up to date with like the news of like actors and actresses and celebrities. But what if they, they're big fans of Umbrella Academy and they watch both seasons 1 and 2, and all of a sudden season 3, like what happened to Vanya? Like, you don't want to freak people out, so you're gonna have to kind of explain it. Like, oh wait a minute, Vanya is no longer Vanya. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to explain it, because you can't just slap it in there and just like, don't worry guys, nothing to see here, right?
It's Victor now.
Yeah, no, you gotta explain it. And like bullshit if you're gonna be like, no, why do we have to explain? Like, you kind of have to, because it underlines what's going on with the story. You know what I mean? You have
Yeah.
to